how's it going, man?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, good. Wow, are you busy up washing right now?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so how long have you been doing it? Because how old are you getting? You're 18.
I'm 18, yeah.
Man, young. And how long have you been doing it?
Probably since I was 15. So I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay, good deal. So you started at a really, really young age.
Yeah.
And now you're doing this full time.
Yep, basically.
Man, good deal. And then ever since you did that one video, did you get a lot of...
I got a lot of followers. I got a couple people hit me up.
Okay.
Maybe 10 or so people.
I know, is your main form of marketing just social media at this point? I mean, I saw that, remember I was telling you about you had the Google thing?
Yeah.
And so like 100% with that, what I would do, remember I was telling you about reply back with wording of their,
Yes.
because it for sure helps keywords.
Yeah.
And then uploading, actually, what you want to do too, believe it or not, if you upload pictures, and then, do you know how to do a meta tag on a picture where you can tag the name of the picture? Kind of like, you know, if you do an Instagram, you could put here at whatever.
Yeah.
Google's the same way. When you post a picture, on the picture, put a post of what you're doing. We're just here on the Las Vegas Strip doing a mobile car wash, right?
Okay.
Because now somebody puts mobile car washes for Vegas Strip, you'll pop up because that wording is in the image.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I get it. I have a website, Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, a couple other apps. I don't use them too much. I post on Instagram a lot. That's my main thing.
Instagram, okay.
Yeah, and I have a website just to direct customers there when they want to see all my services and everything.
Okay.
Most of my business comes from word of mouth and just referrals. I wash 6 days a week,
Wow, you're busy.
and I booked 5 of those days.
Wow, so you're busy.
Yeah, I only have a time to like add a couple more vehicles.
Okay, no, so that's good. So have you considered getting other guys, or are you doing it all yourself right now?
Yeah, right now currently. I have considered getting another person, but I'm just trying to wait until I can be like a little, I guess, I want to be all the way to the brim of my workload until I start to hire.
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to, because then you add on extra expense.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily. And you do want to make sure, because you know, someone who's hired many people, you got to make sure like they're good, because man, they do something bad and
Yeah.
it's all on you.
I've had a couple friends help me
Ooh, this
out.
is a nice setup. This is clean. Ooh.
Give us a tour.
Yeah, give us a tour. This is actually
Yeah.
really clean. I have a friend who does this in LA,
Uh-huh.
and his is just really messy. This is very clean looking.
Yeah, okay, so I just purchased, I had a flatbed trailer before, so
Okay.
this is a new upgrade, a 5x8 enclosed trailer.
Okay.
When we first got it, we rhino lined the bottom portion of it. You can see the rhino lining comes up a couple feet. And then we just waterproofed paint. We did the blue because that's my color.
Okay.
Blue
Is
and
that
gray.
what's on your logo right there?
Yeah, so blue
Cool,
and
there
then
you go.
gray.
Okay.
So then we painted this skid gray.
Okay. Blue and gray. Okay.
Yeah, so then I have my generator for my vacuum. I have an air compressor, extension cord, so if I'm doing polishing or anything. And then my power washer, of course, to rinse off the vehicles. I have a 125 gallon water tank.
Wow, that's a big tank.
Yeah, it'll do
How many cars can you get with that?
12 to 15.
Okay, so that's solid.
Yeah, if they're like a sedan, maybe
Okay.
a clean SUV or truck, a car can take anywhere from like 5 to 15 gallons on average.
Okay.
And most of my clients are monthly washes, weekly, bi-weekly, so they're all super
So you have
clean.
them like on a kind of like on a monthly subscription, like hey,
Yeah.
every month.
Oh, they're those type of people that they want their car washed like all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
look at this car. Like yeah, it's a
this-
good car.
Yeah, so most of my clients are either weekly or bi-weekly. I have a couple that are on monthly. So it's a set day every week, 8 a.m. Every Wednesday, 8 a.m. or Tuesday, whatever.
Sure.
And then, so they're normally pretty clean. A lot of my clients
Mm-hmm.
only get the passenger and front seat dirty, like the back seats.
They're not that
immaculate.
bad.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense for you.
Then I have all my bottles here, all my waxes, chemicals, everything I need to wipe down the car, my certain towels and rags. Each bin has its dedicated purpose because you never want to cross-contaminate towels. Kinda
Okay,
like
so
food.
explain that. So explain that. So why green? Why is it color coordinated or
Yes,
is
it's color coordinated.
Okay. Sure.
So down here I use these rags for interior.
Okay.
Just wiping down the interior seats, leather,
All right.
everything. These are also interior towels. I tend to use these when the car's more dirtier. They're bigger and they're more coarse, so they're not as like plush.
Okay.
These ones are super plush, so if the car's pretty clean, I don't need something super aggressive.
All right.
Then I have these red towels down here. These are for door jams, wheels, tires, and stuff like rims, door jams. And then my blue, and I have a couple other colors in there. These are all exterior, so after I'm done washing the
Okay,
paint.
so that's smart. So you keep it all separate.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because what will happen is you'll realize these, the blue, the red, and the green, they're all the same type of towel. If you take out a green one and take out a blue one, you'll notice a very big difference.
Really?
Because the all-purpose cleaner and just putting cleaners on your microfiber towels wears down the towels.
Oh.
So that seems much more coarse than one of these blue ones.
Oh, really?
So you don't want to cross-contaminate because once you have, if I were to use, let's say, one of these towels on the paint, you might end up scratching it.
Wow. Okay, so that's you're a professional, right? I never would have.
Yeah.
I'd have thought a towel's a towel. What's the difference?
No, yeah,
Okay.
they're all different. They're all different. I treat them like food. You never want to set them down on something dirty. I would never set them down on the generator.
Man, that's
before
clean.
anything.
Because I've, like I said, I know someone who has one, and I remember I went into his car, well, his truck, and these were all just like thrown in the back, and because I went
No.
with him one day, and I was like, oh, again, I didn't know, but
Yeah.
now that you explained it, that kind of makes sense.
That's
like,
why I try to keep them in my bins. That's
no,
why
it's
if
really
I,
organized.
if I do
Very
have any
clean.
towels that are still like kind of clean that I can use for another vehicle, I'll put them on my bottles like this, so they're not.
And then
touching
how
the
big is this infrastructure here? How big is this?
the trailer?
Yeah.
It's 5x8.
5x8.
There's a side door over here we can look at if you want to.
Yeah. Show us your side door. This is real cool. This is nice.
Then I have my vacuum.
Yeah, beautiful. Oh yeah, that's clean. Wow, man, you're very organized.
Yep. So I have my water tank, air compressor,
This is really, really organized.
extra chemicals at the top.
Yeah, no. This is get an inside shot of that. It's very, very clean. You know, like I own a plumbing company, and I had one guy. He was really clean, and I've had other guys where I go and I'm like, dude, how can you even function in this? Like where's my tool? Where's the? Everything's just. It looks like somebody just robbed the place and just threw stuff out, and they know where it's at. You know, one thing I suggest, and let me see. Can I close this door?
Oh wait, don't close.
Oh.
There's a latch on it.
Oh, okay. One
Are
thing.
you gonna say wrapping the trailer?
Yeah, we're putting your, because you have a really nice logo, and then the blue. Let's see, like I just the business side of me was like right away that.
No,
would-
I've considered it. I've just been.
so busy.
It's like use the money to wrap the trailer or just invest
Or
in more.
so you know what you can do rather than spend money on a full wrap, you could get a decal.
just decals? I
Just
thought
get a
about that as
decal.
well.
You can get a good decal probably costs a couple $100, but you have a really nice logo and it's blue. So
Yep.
the contrast of that against here, and what you want to do is have your number on it, because I've seen so many people, like we've been out and we say, oh, that looks like a great business or whatever, but then there's no number. And then when I go online, I'm like, well, I can't find them now, right? Because
Okay.
maybe they don't have a website or they're Google. So if you had your name and then a number, again, if you even need the business, but it's just something that I think.
What I've realized is a lot of the people that find you on Yelp and just on the internet are honestly the worst clients. They have
You-
super dirty cars.
Yelpers are the worst customers.
Yeah.
Here, put this on. I hate to say this. Yelpers are the worst customers I've ever dealt with. I've got Google customers. I've got customers from referrals through contracts.
Yeah.
Yelpers are the biggest complainers on earth.
So-
like they're looking for reasons to complain.
That's why I've always like been like, I don't. I'll
Okay.
stick to referrals.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it was something I was wanting to do, but I was saying spend a couple $100 on a decal, or save up the money and do a full wrap, which would look a bunch better. So I was gonna save up for a wrap, and then it just wasn't something on my mind because I'd rather spend the money right now towards growing my business, buying new chemicals, buying new equipment.
Inventory for your
Yeah.
customers. That makes sense. That makes sense. So when you get to, well, you're only 18 years old. So by the time you hit a certain level, a full wrap, like, because imagine if again, down the road, if this was a fully wrapped truck with this wrap, whenever you drive it, you're a driving advertisement.
Yeah.
So I actually bought 2 vehicles and we wrapped them.
Uh-huh.
And I 2 of my guys drive them. And yeah, we get calls just because they're driving around. They're like driving billboards, right?
The
So when
other-
you're parked somewhere, you're just constantly. Yeah.
So this, I would for sure end up wrapping. I would probably never end up wrapping the truck because right now, my personal insurance policy, if I pay a extra couple $100 a year, I can use it for business. If you have any business logos, branding on the truck, it has to be a completely business owner policy.
Who's your insurance with?
State Farm.
Okay, so try Geico. And here's why. Because I have Geico, what you tell them is, here's how you need to word it. So when you wrap the truck, because the truck, you're not putting the tools in the truck.
Yeah.
Here's what you have to make clear to them. The truck is simply going to be for advertisement purposes. There will be no business tools or equipment in the truck at any time.
Okay.
Because why they charge you more? Because if they think you're using it as a business vehicle and you get in an accident, it costs them more to pay you out because now you can claim the cost of tools. So let's say you have in the back of your truck $5,000 worth of equipment and you're in a car accident, right? So if insurance knows
That makes sense.
they have to charge you more because in the event you're in an accident, they have to reimburse you. But if there's no tools specifically in the truck, it's kind of a loophole. You say, no, well, the truck does not have any tools in it because it doesn't. This is considered an add-on. This needs to be insured, but not the truck.
Yeah.
So if you do that, you don't have to pay that business cost. It's
That makes sense.
Yeah, something I learned over the years.
Okay.
So mention that. Say the truck is simply for advertisement. I'm not putting any type of equipment, tools, nothing will be in the truck. It's just simply advertisement. They will not charge you a business, at least with Geico, it doesn't for me. They do not charge me a business package just because the truck The ones I have with my guys, there is no tools in them. They're literally just advertisements.
Okay.
So there you go. There's your.
I know a business owner policy was like almost double the cost.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they're
For sure.
super
So it's
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's just a fun tip. Tell them it's just for advertising. For example, like when someone's driving around, have you ever seen these, like, they put them on the top of their cars and they have like these little neon signs, especially here in Vegas. They're
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
advertisement. Companies will pay them. Those
Yeah.
cars don't get charged a business premium for simply having a little neon sign at the top of their car advertising.
Makes sense.
Because it's just an advertisement, right? And yeah, that's your loophole. So cool. So you started this when you were 15.
Yeah.
And was it your own business at 15, or you were working for
So
someone?
my dad helped me out
Sure.
helped me start it and everything, but everything was basically mine. When I was 15, I couldn't drive, so we
Sure.
were
Man.
15 and a half. He was washing with me for like 6 or so months until I could drive. And then once I basically got my license, I took over full time, was doing it all by myself.
What would you say is the hardest part? What was the hardest part about this business? Like, what would you say is the hardest part?
Well,
When you were just starting, what were the harder things?
I would say just getting the clients. I think
Okay.
the customers is probably the hardest part. It's super easy. If you just have probably like $1,000 or so, you can get started doing detailing.
Wow, that's not bad.
It's a
I mean,
super
it's not like,
it's a super low barrier to entry.
so it's not bad.
So yeah, someone that was 16 years old and let's say got a part-time job working fast food, they could definitely save up enough money
In like a few months.
and start detailing on their own.
yeah, they don't necessarily need all this. Maybe they can start with just a truck and some stuff in the back, and
Because if they just start with, let's say, a vehicle,
Okay.
a car, they don't have to bring a water tank. They can just bring a pressure washer, a couple $100s, and
Sure.
use the customer's water.
Sure.
That's what I've seen a lot of people do.
yeah, one of the guys I know used to do that.
It definitely is a luxury and a lot nicer to have your own water, because then you can detail somewhere like this
Right.
where I don't have any hookups, but I'm all good.
But when you're just starting, but hey, for $1,000 to start a business, guys, that's really not a lot. I mean, it is a lot of money, but relatively speaking, it's not a lot, especially here in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Like that. So man, that's a heck of a business. And then you're booked, you said, almost every day, huh?
Yeah.
Man, and you're only 18, so what's gonna happen in 2-3 years when you're not even in your prime yet? You're just like,
What's the goals?
I'm hoping to hire someone probably within the next year, get them in their own rig, so then they're not with me and they can be kind of
make a
independent.
commission on them.
Yes.
Go like 50-50.
Yes, that's what I would do. I would do a commission, so they're getting us.
They're motivated.
They're motivated, so they're not being paid hourly, and they're getting paid more when they're doing more work. I don't, like the hourly pay type of thing, you can only make so much money in a day. So if you pay someone off commission, then their possibilities are
Here's what I
endless.
suggest. If you have a really good worker, because I've done this before, I've had multiple workers over the years. If they're a really good worker, and again, it depends, give them some kind of hourly base. Say, look, if you're working 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, you're gonna get this as a base, right? So that way they know they have something consistent. Anything you do more than that set amount, you get 30% commission, right? So now they know they're not stressed, okay, I'm gonna get my base, I got bills to pay, right? But anything more than that, I get 30% commission, and then the motivation is typically pretty high.
Okay.
So yeah, hey man, this was great. I appreciate. I know you got a car to wash, but this was great. Thanks for letting us come on by and show your logo. 'Cause we want to make-
Please like and subscribe to Unconventional Money if you want to see me. Here's my logo, shinyties.com.
To succeed, and will continue to bring you unconventional money-making content for free. Leave a comment below, a like, and if you would, subscribe for more money-making tips. Also, take this opportunity for an amazing offer from Webull. 2 free stocks worth up to $1,800. See the link in the description below. They even give Ram a free stock. Everybody wins.